Hey folks, my name is Dr. G. This is Queer Theory, and this video is to help you navigate our course online and to walk through our daily workflow. Okay, so here we are. We're going to just start on Blackboard. The first thing you're going to notice is that it's fairly Spartan. There's not a lot of stuff on there, and that's on purpose because we're not really using Blackboard interface because it's a trash fire. I'm sorry, I'm just going to be real with you. I hate Blackboard. It's very messy, so we're doing something a lot neater. So you're going to see my face, my contact information, and then you're just going to see 4 documents on the Blackboard page. The first says, read me first, Dr. G's email, and that's just in case you didn't already get that email from me, this welcome email. Just kind of walks you through 4 things that you need to know before Tuesday. The next thing you're going to see is a link to our syllabus, and that'll take you right here to our Queer Theory syllabus. Very exciting. And then you're going to see 2 links to our course schedules. They will eventually be web links to all 16 weeks of our course schedule, but I'm going to be real with you right now. This is what our course schedule looks like. So many post-its. So I don't have the entire thing online. It's done, just not online. So anyway, but obviously the first 4 weeks are done. So you're just going to go ahead and you would click on this lovely course schedule. So we're actually using this course schedule in lieu of Blackboard. Okay, so everything that, and this gets to my second thing. So we've talked about Blackboard, where everything is on Blackboard. So let me tell you about our course schedule. So I use Google Docs, and I use them sort of like a web page. And if you bookmark this schedule, you will not need to even go to Blackboard anymore. You can just click on this, click on the schedule and navigate everything that you need. Okay. So how have I designed this course schedule? First of all, the key thing to know is that every single thing that you need can be accessed through this course schedule. All right. So let me talk about navigation. On the left-hand side, you are going to see a document outline. I call it a table of contents, but everything is hyperlinked there for you. So let's just say that we are, on week 4, right? You just click on that and it'll take you down to exactly where you need to be in the schedule, right? Or let's just say you wanted to remember what was for homework. You don't have to scroll through the whole thing. You can just click on the little apple under homework under that day, and it will take you to that very particular place. So that's neat. You're also going to notice while I'm here that the homework is always helpfully highlighted in green, and it also tells you exactly when it is due, all right, because I want to take out all that guesswork. There is another way that you can navigate the schedule, right? And that is up here. And this is a legend for our course. So it's going to have a link to our syllabus, right? And it'll kind of give you a preview of all those things. And then it's going to give you a link to our Slack, but I'll talk about that in a second. Just ignore that for now. A place for our readings. I will say the readings folder that's up in the legends, you don't actually need it necessarily. It's just there if you want it, because anything that you have to read for homework is actually just going to be linked in the schedule itself. And if you just click on it, you're good to go. I really try to take out a lot of that guesswork for you. But again, back to the legend, right? So the syllabus, a link to our Slack, a link to our readings folder, and then you're going to see underneath of it eventually several bullet points that I'll go through our entire semester's course schedule. As I said, I have the first 6 weeks done. But the cool thing about it is that let's just say that we get to the end of week 4, all right? So we're in this schedule, and you're going to notice, for instance, right, so that, we need to get to like the next part of the schedule, what you would do is you would click on this thing that says weeks 4 through 6 course schedule, and there you are, querying precarity, our next bit of the course schedule. Okay, so that is how you you do it, and you can actually toggle back and forth between different things. If you decide that you need to go back and forth, you can get back to the schedule that we were on previously. All right, so that is how you sort of navigate things through the legend, and then also through the table of contents on the left-hand side there. Okay, so now we've talked about Blackboard and we've talked about navigating the Google document. So let me talk about our workflow. So our workflow in terms of what's going to happen, if you know from the email, we are going to be meeting during class time. So what you're going to do, but off video, I'm going to assume that you read the email, so I'm not going to repeat all of that. What you're going to do is you're going to log into, you can log into Blackboard if you want, but you can simply just go to this Google document, right? And so for, for Tuesday, what you would do is you would scroll down to the appropriate day, and the first thing you're going to see is this crystal ball. It's highlighted in pink, and it says, watch this video to learn what we're up to in class today. And on Tuesday, before class, there will be a video linked right here. Now, obviously, I don't have that done yet. I'm not that good, right? So, but I'm good. It'll be there before class, but sometimes I do record them closely before class. So you'll watch that video. It's just like a 2-minute spiel of what we're doing that day. Then from there, you're just going to follow the numbered tasks, right? So task number 1 is like, watch a course overview video, right? And then take a getting to know you survey, and it kind of goes through all these things, right? So you're going to just follow these things in order, and some of them will be videos, some of them will be things that we're doing together, and a lot of it is going to be us talking on Slack. So it's kind of about 40% of the time you're going to be, doing work activities on your own, but in front of the computer. And then you're going to be sharing them on our course Slack page. The other 60% of the time, we're going to be talking to each other through our course Slack space. What is Slack? You'll learn on the first day, but it's basically a much nicer and much more easy to navigate version of Blackboard. My students who game have said that it's like an adult version of Discord, right? So it's pretty neat. So I have Discord. I'm an adult, whatever, but you know what I'm saying. So that's basically the workflow, right? You log into the schedule, you watch the video, you go through the things, and then you hang out with me on Slack. I am always in front of my computer. When you are in front of your computer, you can always contact me on Slack, or you can contact me by just giving me just texting me. Though do let me know who you are if you're going to text me. And I would say do try to sort of potentially reserve the texting me if it's like an emergency or pretty urgent. Okay, so the next thing, all right, we're almost done with this video, is I just want to give you a very quick walkthrough with Slack. So the key thing that I want you to know is that you can access our Slack space not only through a link up at the top in the legend, but anytime in the schedule when I want you to go to Slack and say stuff. So for instance, for homework, I ask you to introduce yourself in the intros channel on Slack, all right? So what happens when I click on this? It's going to take you to our course Slack page, and I'm going to give you an invite to this, but here it is. And so this is our Slack page, and what you're going to notice is that there are some channels down the left-hand side. The first one is always going to be Ask GPAT. This is the place where you can just type in some information, or sorry, type in some questions to get information from me. Think about this channel as just raising your hand, and there's always a description of what the channel is on Slack. So every single channel has, hey, this is what this channel is, and this is what I want you to do. There is, I think, the most important channel, which is, you know, the floof therapy channel there. FYI is going to be where I make announcements because I don't want to spam you in terms of email. I know what that's like. It's no fun. Intros. So intros make sense, right? This is where you are going to, on the first day of class, introduce yourself. There's also a social space. Some of my sections of class use it a lot, and then some don't as much. So totally up to you, but it's totally there for you to have. It's just, unless, you know, unless folks at me, I try to stay off of it. And then the other things are just going to be different channels that are related to different things that we're going to be doing depending on the unit. Our first unit is about disability studies and queer studies and care work and precarity. All right. So yeah, anyway, so you're going to see like this sort of naming system. U1 is unit 1, right? And then all of the channels are in order based upon that. But don't worry about that. It's really easy. But that's Slack. You're going to learn how to use Slack on the first day of class. So that's it, friends. You now know everything about how to navigate our course online. And, you know, I think that this is going to end up being a lot I don't know, easier, I think, than just sort of being on Zoom and feeling all that drained. There are, by the way, some optional days where you can totally join me on Zoom. And you can always like hop on Zoom if you want to ask me a question during class, because like I said, I'm right in front of my computer, but I'm trying to protect your emotional bandwidth and also your bandwidth of like you accessing the internet, because like I don't know about you, but I'm about to write a strongly worded letter to Spectrum. All right, so anyway, that's it. I will check you out on Tuesday. Take care until then.